Well, what do you know? It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They ended up winning Game 7 against the Pistons. So we're going to have Cavs versus the Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals. Can't wait. Been looking forward to this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Vlog Palace. This is vlog number 10. We're going to be talking about the Cavs versus the Knicks. We ended up getting the Cavs. I'm gonna be honest, I was shocked that the Cavaliers blew out the Pistons. I thought Pistons had it after the way Cavs looked after Game 6. I thought that everything was just set up to the Pistons winning Game 7. But no, Cleveland came out. Donovan Mitchell played well. Jared Allen played well. They had a great games, and obviously Pistons didn't do very well. So now we're getting the Cavs, guys. We're getting the Knicks and Cavs Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1 will be Game 1 and 2 at the Garden. Listen, I've been wrong a lot, and I don't have a problem admitting that. Obviously, I said the Knicks were going to beat the Sixers in 6. They ended up smacking the Sixers. Not only that we embarrassed them, we even took over the whole city. We took over the whole arena, everything. I mean, that's what, really what we do. We even did the same in Atlanta. We might even do it the same in Cleveland. Who knows? But, and then I was wrong with the Cleveland and Pistons. I thought Pistons was going to win in 6. The whole year I was saying the Pistons were going to probably dominate in the playoffs. The way, they had an identity and their toughness and the grit. But I guess they didn't last long. It showed that the experience matters, of course. Going Game 7 with Orlando, now Game 7 with Cleveland. But they're going to probably get better maybe next year, the year after, who knows. But the Knicks, the Knicks beat Philly. They destroyed them. And you can, now in this series, Cleveland and the Knicks, I really, how can you, what can you base it off of? Like, I'm not going to base it off what Cleveland did to the Pistons in 7. I'm going to go this time of basing on what the Knicks have done so far in this playoffs. And in this series with the Cleveland and the Knicks, I got Knicks sweeping them. I do. And if we played the Pistons, I had Knicks beating the Pistons in 5. And I know, what is it, 8-9 game, Nick 8-9 days rest. It's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is, obviously, OG's healthy, or he's getting healthier. Just looking up the reports, I think two reports that he had practice scrimmage. Everything looked good so far, so he looks like he's gonna be available Game 1, hopefully. And the bad news is that you're gonna be rusty. But the way I see these kind of games go, like I feel like in Game 1, we're gonna probably miss a good amount of shots, like we normally were making in this playoffs. And I do see the Knicks being down 10 in the first half. But then the second half, that's why I think that the Knicks are going to just come back and start winning the game. It's going to be a close game in Game 1, I believe. I believe it's going to be a close game, possibly an overtime game. I don't see it going to overtime. I do see Knicks winning Game 1, of course. And Game 2, I do see Knicks blowing them out. And Game 3, I believe it's going to be a close game. That I can see being an overtime game. I see Knicks going to pull that off by probably maybe 1 or 2 points. Maybe 3 or 4 points. But it's going to be around that range, I believe. In Game 4, I believe the way the Knicks close out these games so far, being up at one point by 60 against Atlanta, and then being up 1 point by 40 against Philly, I do see them doing the same with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And listen, Cleveland's they're a good team. They're not a great team. They're a good team. They got their 2 bigs. They got Mitchell. They got Harden. But what I see here, we have our starting 5, of course, but the bench. I think the bench has been huge so far, and I've said it since the beginning. I believe that the bench, we have one of the deepest, if not the deepest teams in the league. I mean, you can make an argument with OKC and the Spurs, and I believe the Knicks have that, and we have the bench. I mean, you saw how when OG went down, we had Shamet, and Shamet played great. He was quick, played good defense on Maxey. He did his thing. So we're deep in that with the bench. So I believe that's definitely to our advantage. So we probably hit the when we go to the finals and play either OKC or Spurs, they could probably match that with us. But so like we have the bench. You can see how deep we are at the bench. You saw how OG, he got injured. Shamet came in, and he played great. He made a couple of shots. Played great D on Maxey. He's quick, and we won 2 games in a blowout without OG. But obviously with Cleveland, I think they're different. You got Jared Allen, you got Mobley, 2 bigs. So Towns and OG really got their hands full. And then you could have OG guarding it, but most likely not OG. I mean, I don't know how the matchups are. I mean, I don't see Josh Hart guarding Mobley, but yeah, the matchup's gonna be tough. I mean, you could probably maybe Bridges on Mitchell, Josh Hart on Harden, and obviously Brunson's guarding who I think Schroeder is starting, or one of the guys, or Max Schroeds. I don't remember the Cleveland's lineup, but in the season we beat them 2-1, and played them 3 times. We beat them 2-1, but it's just I'm very confident that we're gonna sweep them. I really do. It's just the way the Knicks will be playing. It's throughout the whole year. A lot of people, including myself, were not believing in this team, and really, the biggest concern was Karl Anthony Towns. He's been saying it all year. Even training camp, he said it one time during the season. He didn't know what his role was. And that's where I give a lot of credit to Mike Brown and Karl Anthony Towns in his playoffs. Obviously, after Game 3 against the Hawks, I don't know if they met up. They had a meeting between them two, and Mike Brown, throughout the whole year, is trying to figure out how to have this guy play well. Obviously, Towns last year with Tibbs, he was averaging 25 and 12. He was an all-star. And that's who Towns was throughout his whole career. That was him. But Mike Brown's system, like he had in Sacramento, Sabonis was more of a passing big. He was more of a passing big first. And Mike Brown, I guess, is trying Towns to be that way. But it's hard to, adjust his game. I mean, he's been in the league for 10, 11 years now. And he's always been that way. A big that scores first. And whatever happened after Game 3, they met up probably. Who knows? And then, even if Towns even drops like 20, 25, it feels like it's not an impactful way. What he's been doing right now is an impactful way. And not only because of him doing it. Yes, he's being passive first. Well, he has like 15 points, probably 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He's been having that so far almost every game. But it's OG, OG scoring off of his passes, Brunson scoring off of his passes, Bridges scoring off of his passes, and then it really opens up for other guys to do their roles a much better way. And obviously, Brunson's he's a scoring point guard first. He's not a pass first guard. So Towns ended up taking that role in a way. Be a pass first big, Brunson being a scoring point guard first. And everybody in that team knows their role. I believe throughout the whole year they knew their role. Yeah, you saw in the bench from Shamet was playing 10 games and you sit him out, and Jordan Clarkson's playing 10 games, you sit him out. He was trying to figure out a way, like who's good, who plays well with who. But really, the whole year, he was having trouble trying to find Towns the role. He found his role. You can see, OG knows his role. Bridges knows his role. Brunson knows his role. The entire bench knows their role. And now Towns all of a sudden, you could feel like he knows his role. And then next thing you know it, we win 7 straight, sweep the Philly, and not just sweep them, but destroy them, destroy the Hawks. And I believe we're not going to destroy Cleveland, but we're going to sweep Cleveland. And I believe we're going to sweep them. And you give credit to Mike Brown, give credit to Towns for adjusting the coaching, adjusting his game, coaching staff as well. And everybody just bought in, man. That's it. I'm sure they have one mindset, and everyone has one mindset. This is the window. This is the year. This is it. We got to go and get it. And so far, they've been dominating. And so let's see. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Obviously, game 1 and 2 is gonna be at the Garden. I wish I went to these games. I really did, but I saw the ticket prices are it's getting expensive. I couldn't do it. I actually haven't been to a game this year, but let's see. Hopefully next year, as a defending champs, who knows? Let's see. But I'm not gonna jump over. But yeah, so we got the Cavs, guys. So what do you guys think? I would like to know what you guys think of what is the key points of what the Knicks, or how the Knicks, or what you believe the Knicks are going to do to win this series. And I'm going to, we got our starting 5, they got theirs, and I think it all comes down to really what we have in advantage is the bench. I can see Clarkson he's averaged like 6-7 points a game in this playoffs off the bench. I can see him give us 8 points off the bench. Alvarado with 2 threes could give us 6 points. McBride, the way he played in Game 4 against Philly, that was just incredible performance by him, making shots. But we don't really need him to do that. If he does that, we're blowing out Cleveland. But if he could give us 8 points, and Mitchell Robinson gives us 8 points, that's it. 8, 6. Next thing you know, that's like 30, 35, 30, 34 points off the bench right there. So, and then who knows? Shaman might play a few minutes because OG might be in a minutes restriction, and Shaman, what he can do. He's quick with his feet. He can defend. He can hit some big shots. I'm very confident, man. I'm very confident with this team. I'm saying Knicks are sweeping them based on what Knicks have done so far. I know they're gonna be rusty, but they're gonna overcome that. Give them one half. Watch second half. They're gonna pick it up where they left off. They're gonna beat Cleveland. Game 1 close, Game 2 blowout, Game 3 close, possible overtime game. Game 4 blowout. That's my prediction. So I want to know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think of what this series is gonna turn out to be. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to watching this game. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video, comment the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.